Hey, what's up, guys? I hope you're having an amazing week. I just got into San Diego last night. I'm here at the Hotel del Coronado with my family, Carrie, our nanny, all three kids, and we're here for Lab Coat Agents Live, which is a 2-day event, starts tomorrow. So we are looking forward to learning from tons of amazing speakers, meeting tons of agents, and also teaching. We'll be teaching from the stage, both Carrie and I, a couple different sessions. So I'm excited about that. Excited to bring some amazing value to real estate agents from all over the country. So in this week's live, I wanted to address a question I get often about events. People will ask me, which events should I do? All right, and I think too many people don't do enough. So I think in the real estate industry, too many people just do not do enough training events, right? And they usually have two excuses, either time or money, and both, can be valid. But what I've noticed is the people that succeed at the highest level, the best of the best, the cream of the crop, they are investing time and money in events. They're going to training. They're going to events, learning from others. And Carrie and I have done a ton of different events. We have done, all sorts of real estate events. We've done platinum partnership year with Tony Robbins. We have done Grant Cardone, Gary Vee, Russell Brunson, closing table, just so many different types of events. And they've all been super important to what to what we've been doing, to getting to the next level. And I want to just let you guys know while I'm doing this live, as always, if you have any questions, and I'm going to type this in the comments just so you guys know, but, ask any questions you have. All right. And I also do want to point out, I'm going to put a link in here. This link that I'm putting in is for our digital summit. And it's free, and it starts in less than 7 days. All right, so sign up for the Hyper Fast Agent Digital Summit for free at, I'm just going to put a bit.ly link in here for you guys. Right, and what that summit is, Carrie and I have spent the last 2 months interviewing 30 of the best real estate agents, marketers, business leaders, coaches, people like Hal Elrod, Ryan Serhant, Billy Jean, David Osborne, Pat Hyben, Ricky Cruz, Tristan Ahumada, Nick Baldwin, Sharon Shrestha, so many amazing people. Too many to mention them all. We put it all together in a format that you can watch for free, so it eliminates the excuses of time and money because it's free. Right, so this is a training event that you can do for free. And time, while yes, there is a minimal commitment, like you have to watch this, right? It's 30 hours over 4 days. That's no small amount, but there's a ton of value in it. You don't have to watch it all. You can pick and choose like a buffet who you want to learn from, but you don't have to travel to it. You don't have to go to a hotel. You don't have to leave your life, your loved ones, your business, all of that. So you can do this from anywhere in the world. All right, so make sure you sign up. There's no reason not to, minimal time, no dollars, so it's a no-brainer. Back to the question though of, how many events should you do? What events should you do? Every event I've gone to has made an impact on my business. Whether it's a real estate event, whether it was Tony Robbins, Grant Cardone, Gary Vee, Russell Brunson, they've all made a huge difference. Here's why. At events, you don't just learn from the people on stage, you learn just as much from the people that you meet, because events attract people that are operating at high levels and want to operate at even higher levels. So it's creating the right environment. I think environment is one of the keys to mindset. You need to be in the right environment. I read a book earlier this year called Willpower Won't Work. Heard the author speak actually at a Go Abundance event I was at earlier this year. It's another event I do, a mastermind of about 150 wealthy men. Trying to excel in all areas of life. But anyway, the author of This book, Willpower Won't Wait, studied a lot about environment. Environment is more powerful than willpower, right? So if you want to lose weight, just get bad food out of your house. If you want to do better in business, surround yourself with people that are focused on business, not the football game or what's on Netflix. Not that any of that is okay or terrible, right? You can do that if you want, but if you want to excel at higher levels, if you want to, get better at something, surround yourself with people that want the same, right? I've learned that lesson from Tony Robbins too. Like you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with, right? So that's a big advantage of events. It puts you in these environments where you're surrounded by the right people, so you learn from them. Not only that, not only do you learn from them, but being around those types of people creates an energy. The energy at events elevates you. It puts you at a higher state, a higher vibration, if you will. That carries over into real life, right? So that higher energy, that higher level that they, that you get to be a part of at an event carries over past the event. But during the event, it allows you to learn more because, if you sign up for the Hyperfast Agent Digital Summit, you'll see that 30 hours of content over 4 days is a lot, right? And at the typical like Tony Robbins event or Grant Cardone event, you're going like 12 hours or longer. That's a lot of time over multiple days. But when you're when you're at the right energy level with the right people at these types of events, it's going to allow you to learn more. It's going to allow you to drink from the fire hose, to learn at a higher level, right? So that's another huge advantage of being at live events. So, I think you want to do them for several reasons. One is you're going to learn a lot from the people speaking at it. 2, you're going to learn a lot from the people there. 3, you're going to put yourself in a higher state, higher mindset, higher energy level, and be able to learn more. So which events, would I recommend? Obviously, Lab Coat Agents Live, which I'm at now. So it's put on by Nick Baldwin, Tristan Ahumada. Those 2 guys have done an amazing job in their real estate business and creating one of the largest, most influential real estate groups. There's over 96,000 people in that Facebook group. So, it's amongst Facebook groups even, it's one of the largest, certainly the largest for real estate agents. So that is a great event that I'm excited about. I'll give you guys more feedback on it next week on the live. This year, I have also been to the GoBundance event that I mentioned, which was an amazing event. So if you're a male entrepreneur or now a female entrepreneur as well, they've established a female division. It used to be men only, but now they have both. That is an amazing event. Gary V's event, Agent 2021, was one I attended earlier this year, 2 days, and or actually 1.5 days, but it was kind of quick. But he offers a very, very unique perspective on digital marketing and social media. That was very powerful. Grant Cardone's event was very motivational, introduced me to a ton of different people like Jesse Itzler, Sarah Blakely, Damon John, Ty Lopez. So I got to learn from a lot of different people that I normally don't see at the typical real estate training event. Russell Brunson's Funnel Hacking Live was amazing this year, right? If you want to go beyond the traditional website, you want to learn how to create an all-in-one system where a client lands on the site and either has 2 choices. They can consume information that you want, or they can take one action that you want. So it's a lot different than the typical website where, they can kind of go down a maze of activities. So I learned a ton from Russell Brunson from being at that event, Funnel Hacking Live. So I recommend all of those events. I recommend any Tony Robbins event. And I think there's, for real estate specific events, you have a ton of choices. You can't go wrong on them. Like you're going to learn something from all of them, right? They all have slightly different tactics, slightly different ways to uh, employ or deploy, I should say, strategy, right? And I think strategy there's less of, right? I think a strategy, like I've said before, it's all about segmenting your market, picking the market segment you're going to target, then positioning yourself. And I think that's the same no matter who you're listening to. So I think strategy is kind of the same. The benefit you get from going to multiple different real estate types of conferences or any business conference is you learn different tactics to employ the strategy, and different tactics work in different markets for different people. So it's all very important. So you can't go wrong if you go into it with the right energy, the right mindset. If you go into it with humility, being able and willing to learn from others. So do as many as you can, right? For me, and you want to strike a balance though, right? So you don't want to just be one of these people that is event junkies, goes from events to events, learns a lot, but doesn't deploy, doesn't execute, because the money is in execution, right? You can learn all these things in the world, but it does no good if you don't execute. So don't go to so many that you get overwhelmed and do not execute. But I do think, a reasonable amount of time to invest in your learning and events, I do think it's got to be a lot more than what most real estate agents put in, right? And it doesn't necessarily always have to be an event you travel to. It can be online events such as the Hyperfast Agent Digital Summit. There's a ton of different choices. What I will say is, one, it's easier if you start to build out a team. Like if you're a solo agent and you're at an event for a week and you have clients that want to meet, that's pretty tough. You can do it, right? You can outsource it. You can partner with other agents in your office, but it's just another reason to build a team so that you can deliver consistent service no matter what, right? So this is all the more reason to build a team. But how many would I do? Well, I operate a large team. Carrie and I operate a large team, and a lot of times the events we go to, we're speaking at, we're coaching at. So, our answer is going to be a little bit different. But this year, we're averaging about one every month and a half. So that's kind of the pace we're at. I think most real estate agents should probably shoot for one a quarter, at least. Right? I think there's no reason not to do at least one per quarter. That gives you a month, or that gives you you go to the event month one. It gives you 2 months to execute before the next one. I think that's a reasonable amount of time. My advice to you is every time you do go to an event, try to come up with your top 10 and then your top 3 things that you're going to execute at the end of each event, right? So it's a little easy to go to an event, take down notes, and then have a list of 50 things you want to do. If your list is that big, you're not going to get any of them done. So whittle it down to 10 and then do 3, and then set deadlines, schedule meetings, schedule things to happen to make sure you execute on them. All right, guys. I think I'm going to wrap it up. I hope that was helpful. Please, if you are watching this later, you have a question, want me to follow up on something, leave me a comment, let me know. Hit the subscribe button, turn on post notifications, because I want you guys to get as much value out of following our YouTube channel as you can. So thanks for tuning in. Next week, I'll be giving more of a wrap up on what I learned, what some of the questions were at Lab Coat Agents Live out here in San Diego. So without further ado, have an amazing night, and look forward to seeing you guys again.